Hi, today I'm going to show you how to change a tire on a 1974 MG Midget. When changing a tire, you need to have a flat surface and you gotta be smart when changing a tire. You can't just be on a hill doing stuff you don't know. You gotta think about what you're doing at all the times, otherwise you might even get killed. A good tip to do for any vehicle when changing your tire would be to have your parking brake on, or your emergency brake. Like this. Pull it back so your wheels are locked and you can't move. Put some blocks under the tires, ones that are not flat, so they can't be moving around. Don't be shaking the car when it's up on a jack or anything like that. These are the lug nuts. Yep, right there. And right there. On the MG it has 4 because it doesn't need any more than that, and it's a lightweight vehicle. The bigger vehicles you get, the more lug nuts you usually get. Some tools that you will need for changing your tire. Here they are right here. A jack. Mine's a lever jack because, as you can see on the MG, there's a nice little hole there where this goes in. And then it just rises up off the ground so you can change your tire. Also, you need a lug nut wrench. Like that right there. That takes your lug nuts off. One I showed you guys earlier. Now let's get to the action of it and changing the tire. Now you can see I put the jack in that hole, and yeah, take this, you turn it right, and it'll raise that up. Just do that lots of times. I'll probably get a socket to turn it in a second, make it go a hell of a lot faster. But yeah, you get the point, and it'll raise it up so that tire is off the ground. Make sure your head's not under here and all this la-di-da-di-da bullshit. You can get yourself killed. You gotta be smart. You see? And make sure that's not on like some rocks or something, and this thing will be like duh! And fall and whatnot. Make sure your e-brake's on also so you don't roll around. Next, after you raised it up a little bit, you want to take your lug nuts off, because you want to have it halfway down, because once you start yanking on those lug nuts, it'll turn your wheel and it'll just spin if it's up in the air. So you want to have it down so you can pull the lug nuts off. That's what I'm going to show you next. Now, as you can see, I have my lug nut wrench. Put it on there, and I just crank that bitch all the way loosey to the left. You don't want to pull them all off yet. Just loosen all those little bastards up, just like this. Damn, I might need some WD-40. Yeah, sure. Alright, they're loose. Time to push this bitch up to the sky on the jack. That the jack has lifted the car up a little. And the people in the 70s were a hell of a lot smarter than the people today, because the cars today don't have this system. They can only do one car at a time. Unlike this sideways lever jack, you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You can change that one too, because you can see the wheels off the ground, and you can change that one. But we're focused on this one. We'll change this one, and yeah, we'll see that in a little bit. Now you take your lug nuts off, and I already took 3 off. This last one's being a little stubborn. Get out of there. There. Now all of them are off. Now you can pull your tire off. I'll show you how to do that in a second. Now, you can see you pull this son of a bitch off. Now, when you have your other tire over here, if you wanted to, you can look in there, see all the cool stuff that you've collected of the wear and tear. See if your car's rusting or not. But anyway, then you take your other tire, your good one, slap them on there like that. And now this is really important also, but it doesn't really matter with mine because I have 4 lug nuts, but I usually skip one when you put them on so the wheel's straight and you're not running down the road looking like you're drunk. There's, you gotta tighten the lug nuts on there. Make sure you skip one, but it doesn't really matter because there's 4 lug nuts on mine, and you usually skip one on most vehicles so your tire's not on there and you're going crooked and cockeyed and whatever bullshit. Next up is going to be lowering the jack down. Make sure you don't have your legs and hands and heads and other body parts underneath the car. Also, this kind of jack is a simple machine. All this is a screw lifting this up. The whole car lifts up, and that's it. Simple machine right there. Lug nut wrench and your lug nuts, both simple machines. This is a screw, just holding your wheel into place so it doesn't come out, and you're using this for leverage to just tighten it up. Next, when your jack is lowered on the way, you can usually just pull it out with this lever jack. And then make sure you tighten up your lug nuts one more time so you don't be going down the road and having them fall out. Better safe than sorry. Just tighten them up all the way. That's all there is to it. And that is how you change a tire on a 1974 MG Midget.